When something is seemingly predictable, it has the unfortunate characteristic of often losing its ability to impress. That could not be further from the truth here. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. As you can see, I have still hijacked my other harps set up for the time being, following my recent move from the cold and snowy UK all the way to very, very sunny and warm Arizona. Super excited to be here, and I can't wait to make many more reactions and videos from here. I will be using her setup until my PC arrives sometime early in the new year, but enough about that. Quit yapping, back to the music. Today, we're back with more Architects. Feels like a long time since I've done a reaction to them, and I'm very excited because at the time of you watching this, I think the video I'm looking at will have been out for about 3 days. So quite new, quite exciting. Not quite sure what I'm going to get, but here we go. Architects, Seeing Red. Let's see what you got. Oh God. Okay. We're going back a little. Hot damn. This band, every time I do a reaction to them, I mean, I'm a massive fan. Let me be very clear about this from the get-go. I'm a massive fan. But I'm always surprised at how much of a fan I am when I hear their music. Probably means I'm not listening to enough of it in the off time. But heavy. Very heavy. Some of that anthemic stuff that you hear linking the musical pieces together, the verse and the eventual chorus, it gives me really strong Comeback Kid vibes, particularly like Wake the Dead. Very different music, but I love that anthemic influence in how structures are linked together. The one thing I can tell you about Architects, and I've thought this forever, from my very, very first reaction on this channel, is it's pretty ironic they have the name they do, because they are responsible for one of the most solid, dependable foundations. What I mean is, a lot of what they do, although they are extraordinarily talented, is quite simple and placed on the beat. What I mean by that is, on the 1 and the 4, you can almost count on some of those kicks and snares hitting. Almost always. And for them to produce the power that they do with that knowledge of that, I think is remarkable. It's never lackluster. It never feels underwhelming. I never expect it as much as it delivers for me. And I think that that's at least one of the major reasons I will never stop listening to Architects, because not a lot of bands can do that. When something is seemingly predictable, it has the unfortunate characteristic of often losing its ability to impress. That could not be further from the truth here. Loved it. There's something that happens in the chorus there that I want to mention regarding that offbeat double tom hit, and it's making me think of something else, but I want to see if they do it again before I dive into that. That's amazing. Wow.
Afraid of the price
hate breaking the flow of this melody because it's fantastic. I'll go back to make sure we catch up enough of it, but that's what I was referring to. So that breakbeat, that disjointed piece where it almost feels like the music's gonna drift behind that beat and then it catches up fairly quickly. It's moving certain pieces around with the drumming, but it reminds me of something they do. I always mention this, like a breakbeat in hip hop is typically the same principle, but what they tend to do is they'll link back in by taking a hi-hat or a cymbal sound, they reverse it, and they put an exponential fade on. So you get this, and that's how they go back into it, right? Here, not that at all, because you want to keep the raw elements of it. You want to keep that low end rumble and then just come in with a standard beat so that you don't take away too much from the vocal melody, which is why that's so important to keep it that way. The melody is quite consistent. It's brilliant. It's the sole focus. It's the thing that's right in front of you in the mix, and it should be. Such a sign of maturity to know when to leave something alone and when to twist it. Love. Come on, give me something heavy.
Oh yeah, me now. Red free, living on. R.I.P. the dude. I felt it when they said, we'll never love you when you're saying run.
Come on, get in. Another small little thing here, and then I'll stop annoying people and I will leave them to their business. But a reaction channel, you know? Boys gonna react. This piece you hear in here, that rhythm on the keys, you have to listen for the flutter behind that. It's important because it's a perfect example of how something sounds singular, independent, and it often isn't. It's music layering as if it's going out in the cold. Yep. Banger. Absolute banger. That one. Goodness me. Goodness gracious. God, I have to see them live. I feel like I say that about a lot of bands, but I really do. And moving to the States, I've only been here, what? 2 weeks? Maybe? Maybe that? I'm going to have a lot of opportunity. I see a lot of festivals and stuff coming up soon, and I am very, very much looking forward to it. I think Set It Off and a couple people are coming to play in Phoenix in April, I think it is. So that's something that just caught my eye. But yeah, this band, like I said, so dependable, so precise, mature. And as usual, putting songwriting first. It isn't about showcasing every molecule of intensity and talent in terms of being a musician or a singer. It's not trying to do unnecessary vocal pieces or musical pieces that would ordinarily detract from the melody, because melody is king. A perfect display. And that's a cool thing about doing reactions is I do my best to make sure that I cover a lot of different music. I'm not monetized, not yet. Hopefully in the new year, I'm hoping around March, I get to turn that back on. Paperwork, huh? But it wouldn't matter even if I was, because I know a lot of reactors out there make money from doing these, and as a result, they tend to like hang on whatever's popular at the minute. And there's no criticism there. If that's your income and people are enjoying them and you're enjoying making the videos, no harm. I got no problem with it. In fact, without sounding detached, I don't really care what other people are doing, but I do like to cover a lot of different stuff for myself. Particularly, I like to keep it interesting, and I want to make sure that I look at enough different genres or something spontaneous that pops up a couple days before I want to film, and it keeps it energetic, keeps it, or energized, should I say, for myself. And I really want to make sure that I do justice to giving the people who do follow this channel a reason to. What I mean by that is I started this so I could explore new music. I kind of felt like I was missing out on a lot, and God was I. Handful of years later, was it 3 years now? Something like that. Bit more. And I have had my eyes opened, and I would hate for anybody who's following this channel to have less of that experience. So I'm going to keep doing that. But what it does mean is that when you do drift away from a particular band, you come back and you do another reaction to them, you end up going, oh, you get to have that moment again of, oh God, this is why I love them. It's a real privilege. So I'm grateful. I'm never underselling or overstating the massive privilege I have to be able to film these and have you guys watch them. It means the world to me. And if you do enjoy anything I do, please go and subscribe. Please go and like. And if there's a video that you don't necessarily like, I'm sure there'll be one the next week that you do. Can't wait for more. Hopefully there's a lot more new music coming from Architects. Until the next one, please be safe, be nice to each other. Have a damn good day.